It's the First Impressions podcast. Here's Matt and Charles.
Well, welcome back to the First Impressions podcast. This is another special edition. We are live at the church's Easter egg hunt, and we've got a lot going on here, man, and a lot of people here. We got great food. We've got some Easter eggs. We just gave away some door prizes, and I didn't know we were doing the door prizes. That was kind of cool. There were some really decent stuff.
There's some good prizes, and man, I had like a whole basket of eggs. And this little 7-year-old beat me up and took all of my eggs. Man, he was
took
like,
all your candy.
Kicked me in the knee and took my candy and ran.
You know, it's funny, the eggs.
I think his name was Cash.
Cash, we'll find him. Cash, where you at?
Please, we're looking for Cash.
The eggs just get in the way. You know, they open the eggs and they throw the egg on the floor and they just take the candy out of it. But we've got the ice cream cart here from the Vintage Scoop. And
you would think we would have a Vintage Scoop over here.
I know. I'd love to have a scoop
being
of
that we're giving
scoop.
them shout outs and we don't have Vintage Scoop.
We got nothing over here, but maybe we'll get a cone or something here a little bit later. So Matt, listen, man, we got Easter Sunday coming up. We just had our Palm Sunday, so the next service is going to be our Good Friday service. And I really enjoyed our Good Friday service last year. That was really it was a moving service. In fact, when you started that service last year, I remember you was like, this is a somber moment. We're talking about the death of Christ here, and so
it is.
We're going to leave on a somber note.
Yeah, you kind of leave Friday night and Saturday, and you're kind of feeling like, geez, I cannot wait for Easter Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that I've learned is the more you can really appreciate how good the good is, you have to understand how bad the bad is.
That's right.
And we call it Good Friday.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we call it Good Friday is because it's good for us that Christ died on the cross. It wasn't real good for him.
That's right.
So it's kind of an odd name.
Well, it's good because Sunday's coming. That was the song that Thomas sang on Sunday, man, and the choir just tore it to pieces.
Yep. Look at Waylon. We got Waylon over here.
Oh, Waylon Jennings over here.
Yeah. You gonna sing us a tune?
He said, yeah, I'll sing a tune. So we got our Good Friday service,
What's up,
7
boy?
o'clock on Friday. And then Easter service is going to be Sunday morning. We got Bible study for all ages, 9:45, and then 11 o'clock is the Easter Sunday service. And if you don't have anywhere to be on Easter Sunday, we'd love for you to be with us at First Baptist Zebulon. You won't find a friendlier bunch of folks, and I can guarantee you that you won't find a friendlier or a more generous bunch of folks.
Yeah. And don't sleep on First Baptist Zebulon.
That's right.
It may look like the small city church, but
you know what? To me, it's more personable that way.
It is.
I know.
But really, you look at our church, man. A choir of 30.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, every one of the 30 can sing.
Man, yes. And I'm
not going to say they can sing. I'm telling you, they can sing.
That's right. Because in country Baptist churches, we sang.
Yeah.
Man, I got to tell you something funny. So this kid right here, Sean, he's been begging me to get on this podcast. He's like, dude, can I please come and talk on the podcast? And I
said, Sean on the last podcast?
He was on the last podcast. I said, well, you got to ask Matt. I don't know, man. Sean, what do you think, dude? Talk about youth, Sean. What's going on in youth group?
Well,
Get in front of a microphone here.
Well, first of all, the youth group has been doing everything they can today to make sure everyone has the best time they can.
What have y'all been doing? How is the youth group helping out today with the Easter egg hunt?
Making sure no one steals any eggs they're not supposed to.
They're running security for the eggs. Mm-hmm. But y'all also set out the eggs, and so they did all the hiding of the eggs and set those out. So, man, look, the kids and Miss Pam, they really depend on these guys, and these guys are awesome for what they do. So, Sean, we appreciate it.
That's the great thing is our church is multi-generational.
That's right.
And, the teenagers participate with the kids and the senior adults. I mean, we're expecting 300 here tonight, and I'll pretty well bet we've got right at that mark, eating ice cream, and
we're pushing it.
Homemade chicken fingers.
If I could turn this camera around and kind of show you over here, you'd see all the students playing basketball. And Matt, we're running. Sean, what do you say about anywhere from 30, 35, maybe even 40 on the high ends on Wednesday nights?
Yeah.
There's so many kids in the youth room that I don't have seats for all of them. So we have to kind of give up some seats. Like Sean is really good about giving up his seat and letting somebody sit where he's sitting, and he'll stand in the back or whatever. But You know, it's
a good problem to have, though, right?
Absolutely. So, Sean,
Better to have too much than too little.
That's right. Coming up, Sean, in the summer, which is not too far away, is going to be our student life trip that the youth group's going to be going on. So, talk about that, Sean. Are you excited about that? I know this is your first year going.
Well, the thing I've learned about these youth trips is that we always do something stupid, but it's always something fun.
Now, don't say that on camera, man. I don't want to.
Let's keep that on the camera.
That's right. We can't tell everybody all the dumb things that we do. No, I'm kidding.
Just don't be the first to fall asleep.
But look, we have fun, right?
We have fun. We do the work of God, and we do it with a smile on our face.
Amen.
And with our heart on fire.
Amen. I love that, brother. Thank you so much. And Sean is one of my guys that I can depend on. I can rely on. He's always here, and comes from a line of good folks. So, Sean, we appreciate everything you do, buddy.
Yes, sir, man. Sean, thanks for being here tonight, bud.
Absolutely. That's Sean's debut.
Holler at me. We'll talk some secrets about this youth pastor guy over here.
That's right. Just don't do them on camera. Don't do them on camera. People can see them. So, Matt, tell us what can we expect for this Friday for the Good Friday service? What can folks expect for that service?
Well, we're really trying to answer the question: what's so good about Good Friday?
Okay.
Without Good Friday, death can't be defeated.
That's right.
And our grace, we don't have a story to tell.
That's right.
So we're trying to just tell the story of grace this Friday night.
I love it. Look what just showed up over
Ooh,
here.
we got some.
Oh man, that's ice cream from the Vintage Scoop, and that's Carrie Hinesley. Yes. All right, Matt's going to be out of commission here for a little while until that ice cream gets done.
See y'all in a minute.
Don't get none on the microphone.
No.
Man. So from a standpoint of grace then on Friday night, so this is basically what Jesus did for us, and it's I think it's really moving when you consider what he voluntarily went through for us.
Yeah.
I watched a video, I think it was on TikTok of all places, and it was a medical doctor that was talking about the beating that Jesus received, and he talked about each lash of the whip, what it did to his back and what it did to his organs and how he was feeling, and how things started to shut down as he was heading towards the cross, and it was very sobering. I mean, it was really. It's just very humbling, to understand.
Well, look, I know churches, around Easter time always play up how horrific the crucifixion was,
Sure.
and people go, "Oh, you're." Some people have the tendency to say, "You mean you're just playing with my emotions or whatever," but the fact of the matter is, it's a historical event that took place, and it was horrific.
That's right.
And so I'm not. And we don't, and I don't think most churches try to make it any more horrific than it is. It's horrific enough.
That's right. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, and when you realize deep down in your heart, he went through that because of the sin that I commit.
And that was supposed
that
to be
changes
me.
life. It should have been me.
That was my punishment.
It should have been me. I should have been ripped apart for any of the sin in my life. And I wasn't. He did.
Yeah.
So you better believe I'm just gonna celebrate like a crazy man this weekend.
Like you were saying that people really try to upsell, I guess, the brutality of the crucifixion. And while it was, for me it actually there's an element of it where it's sad to think about, but also on the other end I celebrate that. I'm eternally appreciative of that, because without that there's no salvation.
Well, look, you just look right here tonight. We're at our kids' Easter egg hunt. We've got families, all involved, 300 people here, and the whole reason why churches exist is really to tell everybody the story of the fact that the wages of sin is death.
That's right. That's what we deserve.
And so our punishment for our sin is death, except for Jesus offered us this gift through his work on the cross on Good Friday.
That's right.
And if we accept that gift, he promises to become one with us, live in our heart, make us not just better, but make us new.
That's right.
And you better believe I'm going to tell everybody about that, because tomorrow, if the Lord comes back and you don't know the Lord, you're going to pay the price for sin.
That's right.
You're going to pay the price.
Yeah.
All of that Jesus was endured is something that you would endure. So, we're going to do what it takes
and
to tell the gospel and to tell the story of Jesus.
That's right.
So we're going to try to answer stories. We're going to get to hear some stories of grace that night. You're going to get to hear some worship. You're going to get to have a chance to really interact with the cross on Friday night.
In a literal sense.
In a very literal sense. And then Sunday, I'm going to do...
Let's look to Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, from my perspective, I'm going to do something I've never done before.
Yeah, I know that you said that to expect something that you wouldn't expect. And I don't know if you want to give it away now or what, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you wouldn't think of doing an obituary on Easter Sunday, but we're about to have an obituary on Easter Sunday.
Okay. All right.
That's all I'll tell you.
Kind of like a funeral service?
It just might be.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, look, we're going to be live streaming that Sunday too. So, make sure that if you're not in church, if you have to be away, make sure you catch the live stream. But
and I have heard from Clint that, by the way, we got some singers doing some singing on Sunday morning.
Man, listen, if this past Sunday was any taste of what we've got coming up Easter Sunday, man, y'all are in for a treat.
So let me just tell you straight up right now, if you want to go to a church,
yes,
where the choir is going to sing,
come on,
where the praise team is going to lead in worship,
come on,
and the preachers are going to tell you what the Bible says about sin and hell and Jesus and heaven,
yes,
this is your spot.
This is it. This is
I'm
where
telling
you,
you, don't miss it.
That's right. And the people are friendly.
Not miss it.
That's right. We're going to welcome you with open arms, and so we invite you to be with us. So Easter Sunday morning, we've got Bible study for all ages, ranging from birth all the way through senior adults.
Yep.
Starting at 9:45 in the morning, and then our worship is going to be at 11 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. Our Good Friday service is at 7 p.m. on Friday, and so you want to make sure that you're here for that. We'll live stream the Good Friday service as well, but I know Matt's got some really cool things in store. I've kind of got to see some of the behind the scenes things, and I'm excited about it. And I kind of know what to expect. So I'm very excited about it. I know it's going to be a good time.
Charles has learned to expect the unexpected.
That's exactly right. Yeah, or just don't have expectations. And just get there and see
as soon as we start
does.
having expectations, we get stale. And one of my seminary professors always said, never bore people with the gospel.
I love that.
And so we got to keep it. Speaking of the gospel and youth pastors, Charles preached last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yes, man. He did a really good job with the outline I left him to use.
That's right. Yeah, Matt'll take all the credit for it. That's all good.
No, I'm kidding. No, Charles, that's the thing, man. We're really blessed. And I don't just say it because he's sitting next to me, but we're really blessed at our church with a lot of gifted individuals. And so, man, if I'm down and I'm sick, man, I know I can just give Charles a text and he is going to just do something that's going to knock it out of the park like always. Clint's always on point. I mean, you're talking about a man that can sing. I ain't never heard anybody that can sing that good.
Yeah, flawless.
And then we've got the best pianist the whole world's ever known.
My goodness. Who doesn't look at music? She doesn't look at music at all.
The best bass guitarist I've ever heard.
Sonny.
Our lead guitarist that we just started with is in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame.
Exactly
he's a dude of all dudes.
That's right.
When it comes to that thing. And then we've got a whole line of other people in our church that can play piano and do instruments, and they do sound, they do lights. I mean, it's just... It's next man up around here.
Pam Flint, our children's director as well. She helps to organize this whole thing that you see around here.
Yeah.
And she works tirelessly. She does our weekday program as well. And so, y'all listen, when Matt says don't sleep on First Baptist Zebulon, don't sleep on First Baptist Zebulon. Look, we might be a little old country church, but we've got it going on over here. And I guarantee you, you come, you're going to be blessed. The Holy Spirit is moving in this church. And, from my standpoint, it's just humbling to be in the presence of quality people, ministers like this,
Whatever.
And when he goes away, I'll tell you what he's really, no, I'm kidding. But no, seriously.
Don't you think, though, speaking of going away, I would still love to hear. I think it would be great if we let all the pastors' wives run the show one night.
Man, that'd be scary. That'd be scary.
My wife would have too much to tell.
Yeah,
too much to tell.
But my wife is one of these that doesn't like to get up in public and speak, so she'd be mortified if she had to get up and say something.
But you would think she would do that for the opportunity to.
She might. Yeah, she might.
To really mess with you, but no.
Jump at it.
Everything here, to me, I just look back in amazement at what God's doing.
Yes.
It's a little town of Zebulon.
That's right.
And here we are on the campus of First Baptist Zebulon, 300 kids and their families.
And it's a ministry.
We don't charge anybody a dime to come and eat and have a good time. Everything is free. And it's crazy. Our senior adults are really involved in it. Our young adults, teenagers, man, they're all pumped about it too, obviously.
They love it.
And the kids just running around here everywhere. I know I keep looking to my side a lot, but
it's just cool to see.
There's so much going on behind us that you guys probably can't see. We're sitting here on the porch of our annex building, which is the home of our food pantry, which has been a great ministry for Zebulon. I know even last Thursday we were able to help somewhere around like 60 to 70 people through the food pantry ministry in just one day.
Wow.
And we got an amazing director and leader and people that are working on those, just knocking it out of the park, everything they do here.
That's right.
And God is just really blessed.
Look at this guy.
I got a Michael Lyle rolling up on me. He's just grinning while he's eating his ice cream.
He's in the
cone.
background of just about every podcast that we do up here.
Yeah,
you ever notice that?
Come around this way, Michael.
Michael Lyle actually runs our live stream, so you actually get to see the face that's behind the
me.
live stream here. Michael Lyle is one of our deacons here in the church as well. His wife Becca.
That's an ice cream, Michael.
He's got two beautiful girls, and so we're blessed to have folks like Michael Lyle and running the live stream. I mean, he's picked it up and just ran with it.
What's it like to have to chase me down with a camera?
Oh, that's Hunter. You got to ask Hunter that. And listen, he gives Hunter some work too, brother.
But I tell you what, though, while we got Michael up here, though, our church is 200 years old.
That's right.
And our building's quite old, and Michael's actually in charge of our team that manages our property and our building.
Yep, that's right.
And is doing just an incredible job, because as you can imagine, with a really old property, every other day I'm calling Michael out going, Michael, we got something else that popped up.
Right. But you know, in a church like this, it's easy to put Band-Aids on situations because, you know, in an old church, like you said, it's 200 years old, there's always something going on. You know, you always need some kind of fix-it or some kind of repairs, and it's easy to put a little Band-Aid on it and move on down the road, but that's not Michael Lyle. You know, I wish, I could turn the camera around and show like things like this this ramp here that's been built. Have you seen the sound booth up there yet, man?
I have not been up there.
Listen, we're renovating the sound booth upstairs, and it looks phenomenal. I am super excited about that. But that's the thing. I think the theme that you're getting here is quality. You've got quality in all the ministries. You've got quality in the music. You've got quality in the children's ministry. You've got quality in our committees that are handling things. Youth, it exudes with quality. Speaking of one of the beautiful girls that Michael Lyle has, she's got an ice cream.
What's up, sucker? What are you doing, sucker?
I just got an ice cream.
She's got an ice cream. Yep.
I got an ice cream too.
That's that vintage scoop goodness.
Yeah,
right
vintage
there.
scoop is in the house.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What you doing, girl? I like those boots, man.
Well, it definitely takes a team effort with the properties.
That it does.
Can't do it without. It takes a village for sure. So.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of times, though, you guys are so busy working behind the scenes that you probably don't get the recognition you deserve for all the hard work y'all do. I mean, we're really thankful.
100%.
Because without these guys, we can't pull off events like this.
That's exactly right. And see, you know, people like you and me are the ones that are kind of out front, and you know, sometimes we get the credit for things that we had nothing to do with, and that's where you have your servants that are working behind the scenes, you know, with the spiritual gift of servanthood, and they're working hard. So we couldn't be more appreciative of guys like Michael.
Ashlyn, do you love children? You love your ice cream? You love going to church here?
Yes.
Oh, I love you too, baby.
I love it. She as sweet as she can be.
I like to call her sucker.
She's been kind to me. She's been kind to me.
Oh.
All right, Matt. Well, listen, it's time to set out some eggs for the youth group to do their Easter egg hunting. So we will bid you guys adieu and look forward to seeing you Friday night at our Good Friday service, and then again on Sunday morning for our Easter Sunday service.
Good Friday at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m. right here at the church.
Want to do communion?
That's right.
Spend time together. Y'all come out and see us.
Come see us. We can't wait to see you when you
I
get
got an
here.
ice cream that's waiting on me. Peace out, y'all.
I got to go get me one. I'm going to be following right behind them, guys. Thank y'all for tuning into the First Impressions podcast. For Matt Hinsley, I'm Charles Horde. We'll see you next time.